If you bought a car after 2018, the battery in that vehicle is no longer yours to swap on a Saturday morning. The job that cost $50 and 20 minutes in your driveway now costs $300 to $600 at the dealer, and that assumes they don't find something else to flag while they're in there. Automakers engineered this. The registration lock, the hidden locations, the proprietary scan tools licensed exclusively to their dealer networks, every piece of this was built deliberately. Your battery is just the entry point. This video covers exactly how they did it and what it's costing you. Until about 2012, a battery replacement was a clean mechanical transaction. 2 cables, 2 bolts, 15 minutes. The car had no opinion about where the replacement came from. As long as it had 12 volts and enough cold cranking amps to fire the engine, you were driving. What ended that was the battery management system becoming standard equipment. A BMS doesn't just monitor charge, it actively controls how the alternator charges the battery based on battery chemistry. AGM, EFB, each type runs at different voltage parameters. The system has to know which it's dealing with. Otherwise, the charging profile is wrong from the first start.
The engineering reason is legitimate. An AGM battery overcharged at flooded battery parameters will be destroyed inside 18 months. The BMS prevents that. But the same system that prevents overcharging also creates a mandatory service touchpoint that didn't exist before. When you install a replacement battery, the BMS is still running the old battery's profile, including whatever compensation it had built up for a degraded cell. Drop a fresh battery in without resetting those parameters, and the system charges it wrong from the day you install it. BMW made registration mandatory across their lineup by 2015. Audi, Mercedes, and Porsche followed. By 2020, the requirement had spread into Land Rover, Jaguar, and select Ford and GM platforms. Drivers didn't get a notice. Most found out at the parts counter, being told they'd need a dealer visit before the battery they just bought could go in. Skipping battery registration isn't just a risk of reduced battery life, it's a battery warranty trap, and the math on being wrong is steep. When you install a battery without registering it, the charging system runs at whatever parameters were last loaded. If the BMS had flagged the old battery as degraded and was compensating with elevated charge voltage, the fresh battery takes that same elevated charge from the first cycle. At elevated voltage, an AGM battery's lifespan collapses from 6 to 8 years down to under 2. When it dies early and you go back to the dealer, the diagnostic logs tell the full story. Unregistered replacement. Charging system ran out of spec for the battery installed. Warranty denied. Registration also resets the battery's internal wear counter, a number the BMS uses to decide how aggressively to charge on cold starts and how much load to allow from the alternator at idle. Without resetting that counter, the system treats a brand new battery as a partially degraded one. You paid for a new battery. The car charges it like it's already 2 years old. An owner documented exactly this in a video teardown posted to YouTube in 2023. BMW M5, new AGM battery, registration skipped. Alternator burned out at 8 months. The dealer's diagnostic pull the battery registration log, flagged the unregistered replacement, and denied the electrical warranty claim. He paid $3,400 out of pocket.
Performing registration requires a dealer-level scan tool. BMW's OEM Diagnostic platform is licensed exclusively to authorized dealer networks at over $3,000 per year. The tool that would let you do this job yourself is deliberately unavailable to you. Even if you found a shop with the right equipment and agreed to pay the registration fee, you still have to find the battery first. Automakers have spent 15 years relocating batteries out of the engine bay. The reasons they give are real: weight distribution, crash protection, packaging efficiency for hybrid systems. The consequences for you are equally real. Anyway, if you're new here, hit subscribe, because what's in the next segment is where most people realize their specific vehicle is already on the list. On some Chrysler and Dodge trucks, the battery sits behind the driver's side front wheel. You pull the wheel and peel back the inner fender liner before you can see it. On certain BMW 5 and 7 series models and several Cadillac CTS and CT6 configurations, it's in the trunk under the spare tire well. Floor panels out, spare out, then you can access it. The Chevrolet Corvette C7 and C8 both put it behind the rear bumper. Porsche Cayenne and Panamera models tuck it under a panel in the cargo floor. Several Mercedes and Audi models put it under the rear seat cushion behind a mounting bracket.
There is no label on the hood telling you this. There is no sticker at the parts counter. Your dealership's service advisor knows where it is. You are expected to figure it out yourself. On some of these configurations, connecting jump leads to the wrong terminal grounds through body panels and routes current directly into the ECM. One wrong connection on a dead battery roadside situation, and you've traded a $300 battery job for a $2,000 control module. Knowing your vehicle's remote jump terminals before the battery dies is not an optional information. It's the difference between a 20-minute roadside fix and a tow. Once you've found the battery, confirmed the shop has the registration tool, and booked the appointment, the battery itself costs more than it used to. A quality AGM battery for a vehicle with start-stop technology runs $200 to $400 depending on make and spec. Start-stop systems cut the engine at every red light and restart it when you release the brake, sometimes 400 or 500 times per day on a city commute. Traditional lead-acid batteries weren't engineered for that cycling load. Manufacturers spec AGM specifically because it can handle the repeated discharge-recharge cycles. The price reflects that. Add dealer labor for pulling the battery out of wherever they buried it, plus the registration fee, and the total job runs $300 to $600. $50 and 20 minutes, now $600 and a dealer appointment. The battery chemistry changed. The price reflects that partially. The rest of the increase reflects the system built around it. Foxwell, Autel, and Launch all saw this gap and built battery registration tools that connect through the standard OBD2 port. Prices range from $80 to $300. That's significantly cheaper than a dealer visit, and for the right vehicle, they work. Coverage is the failure point. These tools work reliably on older platforms, 2015 to 2019 model years on most European brands. Manufacturers update their diagnostic protocols with each new model year, and the aftermarket tools chase those updates, typically running 6 to 12 months behind. On a 2022 or newer vehicle, coverage is inconsistent. The Autel Maxi-Sys, for example, covers BMW F-Series platforms reliably, but has documented gaps on the G-Series body style that launched in 2018. The tool won't always tell you which category your vehicle falls into until you've already plugged in and run the registration attempt. The other workaround is a memory saver, a device that keeps power flowing to the control modules while you disconnect the battery, preserving the learned parameters. This works on some platforms. On others, it sends current through the wrong path and shorts components. There are around 60 YouTube tutorials explaining how to do it correctly. There are also videos from the same people explaining what happened when it went wrong. The aftermarket answer exists. On a 2017 vehicle with a known platform, it's a reasonable option. On anything newer, the gap between what these tools claim and what they actually cover is wide enough that most drivers decide the risk isn't worth it. That's the calculation the manufacturers designed for.